Good morning students. In last video we had discussed about axial skeleton and today we will discuss the remaining part of the skeletal system. Okay. First one is vertebral column. Vertebral column, you know that this side in the middle there is one bony column is there, so that column is called the vertebral column, and this is called the dorsal side of the body, and this is called the ventral side. So the vertebral column which is present in the middle on the dorsal side, okay, and it is connected to skull at one end. So how many vertebrae are there? Altogether the number is 26. Small bones. Like for example, suppose you see this one. Now this is the vertebral column, and one single bone. So that is called vertebrae, and it is connected to skull. The first vertebrae, the name is atlas. Yesterday also I told you there are two cavity are there, which is called the occipital condyle, and the vertebral column, the first vertebra atlas, so that is connected to skull with the help of the occipital condyle. Okay. Now inside this vertebrae, so this is a column of the bone, but inside you can find out there is one hollow cavity is there, and in the hollow cavity the spinal cord, so that runs, because the spinal cord, the skull or the brain, so that is connected to spinal cord, and the spinal cord, so that passes inside the neural canal of the vertebral column. Okay. So out of these 26 vertebrae, they are also divided into different types. In the neck portion, the number is 7. So that is called cervical vertebra. Then the thorax, which is called thoracic vertebra, the number is 12. Then below the thoracic vertebra, the lumbar vertebra is there, the number is 5. Then the sacral vertebra, the number is 1, but that is a fused bone. And the coccygeal, so that is also the number is 1, so that is also a fused bone. So this is the way how they are divided and given the different name in different parts of the body. Then the sternum is the flat bone on ventral side of the thorax. So sternum is present on this side. Okay. Now here you see the skeleton. Now this bone, this flat bone, so that is located on the ventral side, and this is called sternum. So the ribs are connected to sternum. So on the dorsal side the vertebral column is there, and on the ventral side the flat bone, so that is called sternum. Then the next one, so that is ribs. There are 12 pairs of ribs. So what is the number of ribs? They are in pair. On both the sides you can find out the ribs are present, and the number is 12. So the ribs, they are connected. Now one side they are connected to the vertebral column on the dorsal side, and on the ventral side they are connected to the sternum. This out of 12 pair of the ribs, the first 7 pairs of the ribs they are called as the true ribs. Why? Because they are connected to the vertebral column on the dorsal side, and on the ventral side they are connected to sternum. So because they are connected to both the sides, so these are called true ribs. Then the next 8, 9, 10 number of ribs. So they are connected to vertebral column, but on the ventral side they are connected to the 7th ribs. They are not connected to the sternum, but they are connected to the 7th ribs. So that is the reason why they are called false ribs. And the last 2 ribs, 11 and the number 12. So it is not shown here. So the last 2 ribs, they are only connected to the vertebral column, but on the front side they are not connected to anything. As I told you, 8, 9 and the 10 ribs, they are also connected to the 7th ribs. So both the sides they are connected to some ribs on the vertebral column, but the last one, they are only connected to vertebral column, but they are not connected to anything else on the ventral side. So they are called floating ribs. Next is appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton consists of the upper and the lower arm, leg and hands. So in the leg, which is also known as the lower leg, the bones which are present, femur, so that is the longest bone, that is the thigh bone. Then it is connected to 2 bones together which are united, name is tibia and the fibula. So between the femur regular knee is there. Okay, knee is covered by the kneecap. Then the foot portion, tarsal, so that is 7 in number. Like for example, suppose you take wrist. Similarly, in the foot also you see this portion. Now in this portion of the foot, the number of bones are 7. Then this portion of the foot, the number of bone is 5, and they are known as the metatarsal. Then in all the fingers altogether, which are known as the phalanges, the number is 14. So in both the lower and the upper leg, total number of bones are 30 each. Okay. Similarly, in the arm also, the first bone, that is called the humerus. Humerus is connected to the next bone, which is called radioulnar. There are 2 bones are there. One is the radius, another is the ulnar. Okay. Then similarly here you see this wrist bone, the number is 8. Then these are all the metacarpal, the number is 5. Then these are all the small bones, phalanges, so the number is 14. So altogether in the lower and the upper limb, total number of bones are 30 each. Okay. Then the next is girdle. The girdle is of 2 types. One is the pectoral, another is the pelvic. Pectoral girdle is present in this part, the collarbone. So that portion to which this arm is connected, so that is called pectoral girdle. And the pelvic girdle, so that is present in the hip portion, and that is connected to the thigh bone. So that is supporting the leg. This pelvic girdle is supporting the leg, and the pectoral girdle is supporting the arm, so that the movement, so that is possible. So the first girdle, that is the pectoral girdle. As I told you, the pectoral girdle, so that is situated in this portion of the body. Okay, and it consists of 2 parts. One is the clavicle, another is the scapula. This collar bone, that is called clavicle. Now here you see there is a bone is there, straight bone is there, so that is called clavicle. And clavicle is connected to another bone, this triangular bone, so that is called scapula. Okay. Now the scapula has a large projection, that is called acromion. Here it is not shown properly. From this part you can see there is one projection will be there. So that projection is called acromion. Okay. And there is a cavity is there in the pectoral girdle. So that cavity, the pectoral girdle, so that is present between the 2nd and the 7th ribs. And the cavity which is present, so that cavity is called glenoid cavity. Okay. So this collar bone, so that is connected to scapula, and in between them there is one cavity is there. So that cavity is called the glenoid cavity, and this arm bone, humerus, so that is connected to the cavity. So there is proper articulation is there, so that you can move your arm. Okay. Now the next girdle, so that is the pelvic girdle. So this one is called the pelvic girdle. So pelvic girdle is giving the support in the thigh portion. Okay, in the hip portion, and it is the fusion of 3 bones. The name of the bone is ilium, ischium, and the pubis. So this broad bone is the ilium. Ischium is this portion, that is the ischium, and this front one, so that is the pubis. Okay. So here also one cavity is there, and the cavity is called the acetabulum. To the acetabulum, the thigh bone, so that is connected. So both the pectoral and the pelvic girdle, they are giving the support to the different body parts, like for example the back portion, so that is supported with this triangular bone, and the hip portion is supported by this framework of bone, which is called pelvic girdle. Now the next one, so that is joint. So joint is the place where 2 bones are connected, or bone is connected to cartilage. So joint is very essential for movement. If there will be no joint, then the bones will be stiff. Like for example, suppose you take this part, joint is there, so you are able to bend. If there will be no joint, this is one single bone, then there will be no movement or no bending. Okay. So there are different types of joints: fibrous joint, cartilaginous joint, and synovial joint. There are many more joints are there, which is not given in your book. So these 3 are given. So the fibrous joint, there is no movement. Like for example, suppose you take the skull. In skull there are 8 bones are there, and these 8 bones, they are fitted to each other. So there is no movement. If you want to separate the bones, then you have to take the bones from the socket. Okay. So this kind of the joint is called fibrous joint. Then the cartilaginous joint, so that is present in vertebral column. I told you that there are 26 bones in the vertebral column and one single bone is called the vertebrae. So two vertebrae they are connected with the help of the cartilaginous joint, so that a little bit movement, so that is possible. Then the synovial joint, so here the proper movement, so that is possible. Like for example, suppose you take the ball and the socket joint. So that is the joint which is located between the humerus and the pectoral girdle. ये आपका हाथ और ये पेक्टोरल गर्डल के बीच में जो जहाँ पर वो जॉइंट है, तो वहाँ पर उस जॉइंट को हम बोल रहे हैं बॉल एंड सॉकेट जॉइंट, जिससे आपका आर्म जो है आप 360 डिग्री आप रोटेट कर सकते हो. ठीक है. देन द हिंज जॉइंट, सो दैट इज द नी जॉइंट. नी में जो आपका थाई बोन और नीचे वाला बोन का पोर्शन जो आपस में जुड़े हुए हैं, तो ये जो जॉइंट जो है सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द हिंज जॉइंट्स. हिंज जॉइंट में आपका एक ही डायरेक्शन में मूव करेगा, दोनों डायरेक्शन में मूव नहीं करेगा. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज यू टेक द डोर, ये डोर में जो हिंज लगा हुआ है, डोर आप एक ही साइड में खोल सकते हो, दोनों साइड में आप नहीं मूव कर सकते. ओके. थर्ड इज द पाइवोट. सो पाइवोट इज प्रेजेंट इन बिटवीन द एटलस, सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट वर्टिब्रा, एंड द एक्सिस, सो दैट इज द सेकंड वर्टिब्रा. तो ये दोनों वर्टिब्रा के बीच में जो जॉइंट है दैट इज कॉल्ड द पाइवोट जॉइंट, ताकि आप अपना जो हेड जो है आप उसको मूव करा पा रहे हो. 360 में मूव नहीं करा पा रहे हो, बट काफी हद तक 180 में आप उसको मूव करा पा रहे हो. Then the gliding joint, so that is present between the carpal and the metacarpal. यहाँ पर जो joints है, यहाँ पर जो bones है, ये जो joint है, so that is called the gliding, so that they can glide over each other. Okay, so these are all different type of the joints. Also, there are many disorders which are associated with the skeletal system, and the name of the disorders are the myasthenia gravis, muscular dystrophy, tetany, arthritis, osteoporosis, and the gout. So, what is myasthenia gravis? Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disease affecting neuromuscular junction. The motor neuron is connected to the cell of the muscle at a junction, at a point, so that the impulse can be transmitted from the motor neuron to the muscles. And that junction, if that junction is not functioning, then the impulse cannot be transmitted to the muscles. Then the brain cannot give information to the muscles. Naturally, there will be no movement. So this is an autoimmune disorder. What do you understand by autoimmune disorder? Autoimmune disorder is the disorder or the disease where the body's own immune system will destroy own cell. Our immune system is able to recognize our own cell, body cell. But suppose there is some problem is there in the immune system, and now the immune system is not able to recognize its own cell. So the information which is given by the brain will not be transmitted to muscles. Then that disorder is called as the myasthenia gravis. Second is the muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy is the degeneration of skeletal muscles. If the skeletal muscles will start degenerating, अगर ये ब्रेक करना चालू करेगा, तो आपको मसल जो है कमजोर होगा, और मसल्स कमजोर होने से आपका फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज जो है दैट विल आल्सो स्लो डाउन. थर्ड इज द टेटनी. टेटनी मींस रैपिड स्पैज्म इन मसल्स. अगर मसल्स में आपको पेन हो रहा है, काफी ज्यादा सीवियर पेन हो रहा है, स्पैज्म हो रहा है, जैसे आपको पेट में दर्द होता है, स्पैज्म बोलेंगे. उसी तरह अगर आपको मसल्स में काफी पेन हो रहा है, तो उस तरह का डिसऑर्डर को बोलेंगे टेटनी. आर्थराइटिस जो है दैट इज अ इन्फेक्शन इन जॉइंट्स. अगर आपका जॉइंट्स इन्फेक्टेड है, तो नेचुरली आपका मोबिलिटी जो है बंद हो जाएगा, मूवमेंट जो है कम हो जाएगा, पेन होगा, आपको सीवियर पेन होगा अगर आप हाथ पैर से हिलाओगे. ठीक है, तो उस डिसऑर्डर को हम बोलेंगे आर्थराइटिस. देन ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस मींस डिक्रीज इन बोन मास. यहाँ पर बोन जो है आपका ब्रेक करना चालू करेगा, ब्रिटल होगा. ओके, बोन जब आपका टूटना चालू करेगा, तो नेचुरली आपको बोन का एक तो नॉर्मल मास रहता पड़ेगा. अगर उससे कम आपका बोन का वेट होगा, तो इसका मतलब कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. ओके, तो बोन मास यहाँ डिक्रीज हो जाएगा, क्योंकि बोन जो है ये ब्रेक करना चालू होगा. अब गाउट जो है ये जॉइंट है, जहाँ जहाँ आपका जॉइंट्स है वहाँ अगर आपका यूरिक एसिड एक्युमुलेट करेगा, तब क्या होगा, सीवियर पेन होगा, जिसको हम लोग गाउट पेन बोल रहे हैं. सो दिस इज द एंड ऑफ द चैप्टर.